You might already be familiar with Claude Code's remote control features, which allow you to control Claude Code sessions from your mobile app. But a lot of videos and resources that I found don't really show you how to start a remote session directly from your mobile device. Claude Code actually has this feature built in. You don't need a separate tool or anything deployed to a remote VPS. You can start a session from your phone, pick it up on your computer, and swap back and forth as you see fit. So in this video, I'll show you exactly how to set this up. So to enable this, you'll need to run a Claude Code remote control session in server mode. So in the Claude desktop app on the Code tab, you'll see this button that says Where Claude Runs. And before you get set up, you'll see just this documentation link. If you click on that, it's going to take you to the full docs on remote control. So from our machine, we need to type Claude remote control. So I'll paste this in here. It's going to ask you what mode you want to launch in. You can either do same directory or work tree. Same directory is just going to make changes in the same project folder that you're running in. Work tree is going to make changes in isolated Git work trees. I usually just go with the first one since it's a lot easier. So I'll choose number 1. Now my session is started. It's ready. I can launch up to 32 sessions. So if I go back to Claude desktop, I'll see Where Claude Runs now has a new option. That's my remote control server session. So I can click on that. And when I start a new session, hello Claude. So we'll see now that there's one session in my remote control server. So now if I pull up my phone on screen, I'll just show you it through iPhone mirroring app. You can see that session here on my mobile app. So I can click into that to see it. I can type, I can use it just as I would on my desktop. In order to start a new session from your phone, there's one step you need to do, which is to install the Claude GitHub app. So I'll click configure. I'll choose my organization. Once that's set up, make sure you choose repositories that you want to allow Claude remote sessions for. So in this case, I'll do the Build at Scale website. So with that installed, now I can go to the new session button. I can choose my location, and then you'll see here's my Mac remote control session. I can choose that, and I'm in the website project. So I'll just go ahead and say, let's update the dark mode theme. It's a little bit too muted gray. Let's make it more modern. So now it's going to kick off this new session. And then in a second, there you go. You can see it spun up that session, that remote control session. And the great thing about this is it's using all of my skills, all of my MCP servers, everything that is set up on my desktop is available on the mobile app. I love this for connecting to Trello. Check out my other Trello video, the MCP video. I like to point it at Trello cards, pick up work, move cards. You can really automate a lot of stuff and do it from your phone using this feature. Now, it's asking me for permissions, but I do want to show you that you can set this up in auto mode, which I definitely recommend. So I'm going to exit out of this. If you type help, you'll be able to see some of the options here. So permission mode is what you want. So you can do bypass permissions, which I usually use when I'm on my machine, but I've been trying out auto mode a lot and it's pretty nice. So I would recommend doing that. So I'll type Claude remote control permission mode auto. I'll go back to my phone and I'll create a new session, update dark mode to be more modern looking. I'll choose my Mac. I'll submit that. It's going to spin up the session and there it is on the server. You can see it over here. So as this is running, you just want to leave this session over here running on your machine. And as long as it's running, you'll be able to start new sessions and interact with all of your sessions. And in a moment, I'll show you how to teleport over to that session so you can jump into it on a desktop if you need to. But first, let's see if it does actually go through with these edits with auto mode enabled. So it's just reading some files. There we go. You can see that it made an edit to this file. I didn't have to give it permission to do so. It's using auto mode to determine that's a safe thing to do. And so it's going to go ahead and make all of those edits. Now, if I go back to my desktop app, you'll see here's that session running. It's going and making some changes. Now, if I want to jump into this session on Claude Code CLI, a good way to do that is click on the settings here for the session, click on Open in Terminal, and then you can go over to a new terminal, paste that into the terminal, and it will tell you you have to have a clean working directory in order to teleport into the session. I'm not really sure why that's necessary, but I think it's just so that you don't accidentally lose work. I haven't really tried the work tree option that we saw in the beginning, so let me know in the comments if that option actually doesn't give you this same error message. So I'll have it use my build at scale commit skill to commit these changes. All right, so it committed that. So if I go back and teleport in, since those are all committed, you can jump back into this session on your Claude CLI if you need to. Now, one last thing I'll leave you with is if you go to config and go to remote control, I definitely recommend enable remote control for all sessions. Turn that on. Anytime you start a session on your machine, it'll automatically be set up for remote control, and you can see it on your mobile app automatically without having to type /RC. So that was it for this video. If you found it useful, give it a like and subscribe for more in the future. Thanks for watching.